my child to attend Camp Ability this year. This camp is a nonprofit organization who hosts a number of events for the disabled. This is a weekend filled with so many wonderful activities for the kids with autism, including therapy dogs, wheelchair accessible zip lining, fishing, archery, and so much more. Plaintiff has no reason not to let her go to this life changing event, except that she is mad at defendant. So the proposed analyst, Sadia Thurston cannot speak for herself. I am her biggest advocate. Me and Sadia communicate verbally, sign language, and body language. Sadia tries very hard to speak proper English and to understand typical concepts. She has made a lot of progress over the years. She has always communicated with me about everything. All of my years being an active father in her life, I've adapted additional ways to understand her through body movement, touch, gesture, tone of voice, eye contact, and facial expressions. I recognize issues anytime they arise based off of her way of communication. I'm very patient with her and get very creative in trying to understand her and teach her so that she can be the best version of herself. Plaintiff Asana Watson may be suffering from some type of mental illness. I would never want to keep my child away from her mother, and I strive to do everything in my power to prevent that from happening. I expressed to the courts on record in the past that plaintiff may need long-term psych evaluation and treatment. I was told by a judge in 2015 to take that up with the private attorney. I beg and plead for this court to help this family in addressing any possible mental illness that may be the problem. I have known plaintiff for a very long time, and I've experienced many incidences that points to a serious mental health condition before Sadia was even born. I'm not a professional in this field, but I take mental illness very serious and would never look down on anyone who is struggling with a disturbed mind. I am not perfect. I have made many mistakes, and sometimes I can be a jerk, and I personally struggle with my own mental illness. I have made many mistakes, and sometimes I can be a jerk, and I personally struggled, past tense, with my own mental illness. I also have no problem standing up for myself and fighting for what is right. I showed compassion, patience, and mercy in the past, hoping and praying it would help the situation. Plaintiff is getting worse and has a drinking problem that may be adding fuel to the fire. I can honestly say I am afraid for my life and my child's safety. Sadia loves her mom, but would rather be with dad. Mom has never been affectionate or nurturing to the child and scolds child often. Sadia is very smart. Sadia is a very smart child, and if given the opportunity, can come to court and prove just how intelligent she really is. Sadia learns through repetition like everyone else. She does not know how to express what she wants to say in a way that the average person would understand, but given the chance, she can be understood. Sadia can be trained to repeat certain phrases, but she also has her own way of communicating that can be distinguished from something someone has trained her to say. An example of this would be the video of her expressing who showed her sexual behaviors created by dad. Then watching a video mom created to deceive the courts into thinking Sadia doesn't know any better. Videos are available upon request. Sadia is smarter than most people may think. She is a very bright child who has a hard time expressing and understanding the English language, but she does understand so much. She can come to court and show the Commonwealth just how smart she really is. I believe even as a disabled child, she has the right to express herself. Sadia has been away from mom for more than a week multiple times. When it is time to return, she is never ready. Sadia loves being with dad because dad knows she is safe and is getting all of her physical and emotional needs. I would be here forever listing all I have done with Sadia, so I will try to keep it short and simple. Sadia knows how to meditate. She does yoga, Tai Chi. She is a member of Planet Fitness and Crunch Fitness. We go to church on Sundays, and I teach her about other religions and Buddhism. She practices fasting, sign language. I teach her about limiting high sugar foods, high sodium foods, and cholesterol foods. She eats mostly plant-based, natural prebiotic and probiotic and omega-3 foods. She knows about protein, vitamins, and herbs. She knows how to cook and prep food. We have been to many different cities together: Toronto, Niagara Falls, Denver, Salt Lake City, to name a few. We traveled to Yellowstone National Park, Monument Valley, Arizona, Page, Arizona, the Grand Canyon, Sedona, Arizona, Chaco Canyon, New Mexico, Taos, New Mexico. Sadia knows about solar energy, water harvesting, gardening, making activated charcoal. Sadia helped to build a small piece of interior wall of an earthship in Tamaco, PA, and so much more. I have learned so much about autism, but my greatest achievement was going to a seminar to meet and learn from one of the greatest autistic women to ever live. Her name is Temple Grandin. I met with her and her mom after the seminar, and I am proud of that. I learned so much from her, and I have been practicing what I've learned with Sadia and continue to give her what she needs to thrive and be the best person she can be through educating myself and depending on God for guidance in everything I do. Since 2015, Sadia's maternal aunt Jasmine has been practically raising her. Mom does not give Sadia the attention that she needs and is hardly around her. Dad is self-employed and can make his own schedule and always spends quality time with child. Dad has the means and capability to care for a child full time. Dad is prepared to take on responsibilities of having Sadia full time and honoring her wishes whenever she chooses to see mom. If mom is available at the time or another day that works best for her. Dad also proposes Sadia spend every other weekend with mom until mom undergoes long-term counseling and takes steps necessary to be a better mom and role model.